The Silent Twins, Wales, 1970s, 1990s. June and Jennifer Gibbons were identical twins born in 1963 in Barbados and raised in Wales. From a young age, the girls were inseparable and disturbingly silent around everyone else. They spoke only to each other in a language no one else could understand, a rapid, cryptic form of English and code known only to them. As they grew up, their isolation deepened. Teachers and therapists tried to intervene, but the girls refused to speak to anyone outside of their bond. Even when placed in separate schools to encourage independence, they shut down completely, not eating, not speaking, barely moving, until reunited. Eventually, their behavior turned darker. By their teenage years, the twins had developed a shared fantasy world they documented in diaries and stories. But fiction began to bleed into reality. They started committing petty crimes, vandalism, theft, even arson, and were ultimately committed to Broadmoor, a high-security psychiatric hospital, in 1981. They were just 19 years old. There, things became truly disturbing. The twins told staff they believed one of them had to die for the other to live a normal life. Over time, they became obsessed with this idea. Doctors reported that they would often sit motionless for hours, mirroring each other exactly. At other times, they would erupt in violent fights, only to collapse into eerie silence. Then, in 1993, after more than a decade in the hospital, the twins were approved for transfer to a lower security facility. On the day of the move, Jennifer suddenly collapsed. She died a few hours later, from acute myocarditis, an inflammation of the heart. No drugs, poison, or disease were found. She had simply died. June later confessed that the two had agreed long ago that Jennifer would die, so June could live a normal life. She even said Jennifer had been acting strange the day before her death, slurring her words and telling June, "I'm going to die." After Jennifer's death, June did in fact begin to live a more conventional life. She spoke freely, took up writing again, and integrated into society. But no one has ever explained how Jennifer died, or why. Chilling fact, the twins' diaries revealed their deep psychological struggle, equal parts devotion and hatred for each other. Jennifer once wrote, "We have become fatal enemies in each other's eyes. We feel the irritating deadly rays come out of our bodies, stinging each other's skin. I say to myself, can I get rid of my own shadow? Impossible or not impossible? Without my shadow, would I die? Without my shadow, would I gain life, be free, or left to die?"